Okay.
What's your name?
Who's asking?
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Some.
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you oaky motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like 'em a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Now, why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
You're gross. Oh, you've got the
You're
pen.
under arrest, Eli. You are in very deep.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Get some backup down here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
We may have found a
I'll
murderer.
tell them we got...
I don't think that I still am not trusting that anybody we're finding is the murderer. It just feels like there's a bigger story going on. But in the meantime, we're locking up some pretty big perverts.
Park the car.
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
Eli Rooney. We've met him.
Filthy son of a bitch. He was here yesterday before the dance.
Was it him you saw park the car?
I don't know, sir. I'd like to say yes, but the truth is it was pretty dark.
Would you say Rooney is violent?
Yes, sir, I would say so, yes.
Why?
Thanks for your help.
Yo, Rusty, thank you for the host. That would have been my next question though. I'd have been like, why do you say that he's violent? Because then we would have had some more evidence. Because we already knew he was violent, but I would have liked to have had more evidence of his violence. But whatever. Locations. I mean, we're at Belmont. Who are we trying to talk to at Belmont? I mean, we've already. Yeah, well, this is my homicide partner. We solved a crime with him on last stream, Rusty Galloway. I feel like there's more that we should be doing at this school right here, but let's see. Case objectives. Investigate Belmont High School. Okay. So what do I need to investigate? Oh, maybe I need to investigate this car. Yeah, there you go. By the way, Rusty, you know how we were having issues with, like, not figuring out why the music would stop during, you know, after we got all the evidence? Well, it turns out if you go to, let's see. It turns out if you go to gameplay, this clue music was on always on. So if you switch it to auto, music will automatically fade down when all, so yeah, that's the only thing. It's weird. By default, the music was always on and never turned off. Weird decision. Oh, look at that.
Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here.
Interesting.
The overalls are
HM.
stenciled HM. Muller is a mechanic. I
Oh.
wonder what Eli does for a living.
Interesting.
It's from a Chrysler. Could be important.
See, it'll do that now. And then we know we've investigated everything. Alright, so now I'm going to go to the phone. I love how they touch the evidence. Yeah, actually back then they would have. I was actually watching a YouTube video on this. There was a former police detective who like went through like different crimes and in different video games and like gave his thoughts. And he said back in the 1940s they didn't really have DNA and fingerprint evidence, so they would do that. They would just touch shit. He said it wasn't until probably the 60s or early 70s where they actually like could do anything about fingerprints and whatnot. Let's see here. I found that video really interesting because they went through like the early parts of a murder case, showed like how real to life the investigations were. Yeah. It was really cool.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Muller homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thanks, ma'am.
All right, we're going to Central, I guess. All right, return to Central. Morgue, return to Central. So we're going to go to the morgue first. And then we'll do the investigation, because the morgue may give us some more answers.
You can drive.
Yeah, you drive this time so that I can gather my thoughts.
I say we make Rooney for this. I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it?
Who cares whether he did it? You have kids, Phelps? He needs to be taken permanently out of...
Yeah, Rusty just wants to solve crime, like pin something on any crime, even if it's not the right guy. Like, he's very much about opening and closing cases without accuracy. I watched this video of a former Mafia member reviewing, like, Mafia movies and the Mafia video games. That was a really cool... Because, like, half of it wasn't realistic at all. But it was kind of funny. Alright, let's go to the morgue.
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Yeah,
Can you
what do you
blood
got?
the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
Okay. Got a yellow rope. I don't think it's this. Got a white rope. I guess they're gonna tell me whenever I pick the correct one. Okay, I'm guessing it's this rope. Yeah, there you go.
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, ma'am. Anything else comes up, you let us know. We've got to nail this guy.
Why are her toes so square? Ugh, he has her stomach out in that. Ugh. Okay. Okay, I think we've got everything here. All right, let's go investigate some people. I don't know how to get to the police station from here. I think it's all tied together, but oh no, it's not. Actually. Wow.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Not exactly the happiest of places, the coroner's office.
Carruthers is a good man, professional, diligent. If you're working with a pro, it's easy to overlook the grim realities of a place like that.
Funny job, that, the coroner's.
How so?
No, you don't want them enjoying their work too much. The wrong kind of man can get awfully lonely rattling around a joint full of corpses.
Rusty, that's like something out of the pulps.
Been reading the same ones as me?
I thought you were usually too drunk to get through a magazine.
You know, if I close one eye and squint, you can just about make out.
Like, I hate Rusty Galloway, but there is a charm to him too. Yeah, he's not all terrible.
You better not go soft on me in here, Phelps.
We'll work the evidence, Rusty. Let him do the rest.
That movie last night was insane and super disturbing. Oh yeah, that was weird. All right, what interrogation room is he in?
Coroner says it's going to be at least a week.
Yeah, he's in here.
Here's where we stand, Hugo.
Oh, we have two
Your
suspects
next-door neighbor
though.
heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
Lie tests are actually not all that accurate. Disposal of evidence.
Why did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
This is tough. You hated Rusty Galloway too. Usually people named Rusty in games are nice, good people. Yeah, he's a dipshit. He is funny as hell though. I actually believe that he did burn his shoes because we wouldn't believe him. So I'm gonna say truth.
Believe what?
It's a rabbit's blood. A guy at work brought him in and I helped him skin them.
Access to braided rope.
Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the army.
Dude, I mean, his eyes are being a little shifty too, but like I kind of believe him. I don't know. I'm between truth and doubt here, and I'm not really sure. I'm gonna go doubt. I'm gonna go doubt.
You learned to strangle with the rope in the army?
With rope, with
oh,
my
plane
bare
captain from
hands,
Lost.
mainly
That's
with
cool.
Wire. I learned a lot of things in the army, but I still didn't kill my wife.
For argument's sake, what type of rope would you use?
If I had to, I would use a triple braid. Less flex, easier to control.
What the fuck? Like he just like, well, if I were to murder my wife, I would use a triple braid rope, the best kind of rope. It's like when OJ wrote the "If I Did It" book. Victim's vehicle recovered.
We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
Bullshit. Green work overalls, stained with blood, stenciled. I think it's this. I think it's that. HM. I'm gonna use intuition here, though. Okay.
Enough lies, Hugo. Your overalls put you at the scene of the crime last night.
My overalls are in the laundry of my house.
They're not. No, they're not, sir.
Green overalls, bloodstained, with the initials HM found in the trunk of your wife's car.
They can't be mine.
Why, Hugo? Because if they were yours, they'd be in the incinerator too?
It's a fair point. Access to tire iron.
Your wife was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
Bullshit. I'm gonna say doubt on this one though. Even though we have a tire iron. Hang on. See, this is what's tough. The iron stained with blood found in trunk of Deidre Muller's vehicle. I'm gonna say lie just to see what the response is, but I think it's gonna be doubt.
You're lying, Hugo. You're gonna have to come clean on this.
You got no proof.
Oh, they didn't give me shit. Well, actually, I'm gonna just choose the bloody tire iron, I guess.
Your wife drove a Chevrolet, Hugo.
Sweet.
What make of car do you drive?
Chrysler Airflow.
So I guess that explains why the tire iron that killed your wife came from a Chrysler.
I'm gonna leave the... Oh, man. I'm gonna leave the interrogation because I think we have another person to interview, but then I might end up charging him later, so... I mean, let's...
Say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Let's investigate the other guy, too. I mean...
They weren't even his friends, and he still confessed.
No, we don't...
Yeah, I'm thinking
I want to see what the other guy says
I wanna
first.
put him down to 1 round.
I actually don't believe this person
We were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
killed his
Yes,
wife.
Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance.
I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally with him.
You look like you've had it rough.
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
You down on your luck, Eli?
I had worse. My family a roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
Doubt.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine.
Oh, that could be the HM too.
Can't miss place, big yellow letters, HM out.
Yeah, so
They give you any workwear? Eli?
interesting.
Sure. Green coverall. Dang thing was hot. Felt like I was back in the pen wearing it.
Interesting. Access to braided rope.
You ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
Ooh. I'm going to use intuition on this one because I have no idea. I want to say doubt, but I'm going to use an intuition point. Oh, okay. He's telling the truth.
Farm boy like you, Eli, must prefer Magay for roping. Am I right?
I prefer braid. Tie, hitch, and braid. It stays tied.
Dude, I'm starting to think this is the guy who did it.
You killed Mrs. Muller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
Doubt? Oh, no, lie. Lie.
You're a liar, Eli. You needed the money, so you killed her.
I've been around some, son. You got some evidence that proves I stole that butterfly from that woman?
Yeah, it was literally on you. Like it was in your pocket, dude.
I done told you I found that pretty thing.
Oh,
never stole
we
it.
screwed up.
I don't like you, Eli. I think you're an evil man. I think you try to pass off your pain to other people. I can't make you for this case, but my consolation is that I don't think you will be out of prison for very long.
You can count on it, shitbird. By the way, Eli, the captain and the hat squad would like to talk to you next.
All right, I guess I'm charging
Any
the
idea what
husband.
they might want to talk about.
God, but I actually believe that this guy may have been the one that killed her. Anyways, all right, I'm going to charge the husband because I don't have a choice.
Canary says he'll sing, but only if I guarantee he walks.
Now I'm basically being rusty over here and charging people that I don't think did the crime just to close the crime. I'm just as bad as my partner. All right.
Hugo Muller, I'm charging you with the murder of your wife. You'll be arraigned and taken before a grand jury. Book him, Rusty.
With pleasure.
Though, I mean, we probably could lock him up. There's like motive, there's means, motive, and opportunity. So we probably have enough to actually get him. But I really don't believe he did it. Oh well, we closed the case, so we're still getting paid at the end of the day.
I have to say I'm disappointed. I stood in front of a troop of reporters and made promises. Promises of swift and fearful retribution, and you bring me an armful of vagary and happenstance.
Whoa!
You made the department look bad, lad.
Oh, no, hell yeah. Hang on. Hang on. I can't piss off my police chief. That can't happen. I mean, I thought we solved the case. All right. Resume. All right. I'll save my intuition for that last question that I didn't know the answer to. Man. Okay. So we're going to have to do all the investigations. We're going to have to do the investigations over again.
Let him do the rest.
But I just don't want...
I say we bust in there and
Here's where we stand, Hugo.
I didn't think that he
The
did
next
it.
door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
God, now I have to
Swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
No, because even the jacket and everything, like, that had the same, like, it had HM. It could be Hugo Muller or the place where that guy. The guy did end up having her pen. I don't know. Disposal of evidence.
Why did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
Forget, was this truth? I think this was true.
Believe what?
It's rabbit's blood. A guy at work brought him in and I helped him skin them.
Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout.
This was
I learned
doubt.
some more in the army.
You learned to strangle with the rope in the army?
With rope, with my bare hands, but mainly with wire. I learned a lot of things in the army, but I still didn't kill my wife.
For argument's sake, what type of rope would you use?
If I had to, I would use a triple braid. Less flex, easier to control.
We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
This is a lie.
Enough lies, Hugo. Your overalls put you at the scene of the crime last night.
My overalls are in the laundry of my house.
Green overalls, bloodstained, with the initials HM found in the trunk of your wife's car.
They can't be mine.
Why, Hugo? Because if they were yours, they'd be in the incinerator too?
Your wife was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
That was also a lie, right? Yeah.
You're lying, Hugo. You're gonna have to come clean on this.
You got no proof.
Your wife drove a Chevrolet, Hugo.
All right.
What make of car do you
So
drive?
we just got to nail this other guy.
Chrysler Airflow.
So I guess that explains why the tire iron that killed your wife came from a Chrysler.
All right, let's go investigate the other guy.
What the heck?
So we know that other. Oh my God, I don't want to be in here.
Tap.
Let's see,
All
where's?
fair in love and war. Need a drink.
Oh, dude, you can
I got
talk to this
computers
guy
again.
from over here. That's cool. Let's see, interview room 1. Oh God, I don't know. I don't know my own police department.
Boys, you've written.
Captain, we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes,
Okay,
I'll be dealing.
we just got to get this third question right, or else we'll very much piss off our boss. Maybe it still is the other guy, but he got pissed that I didn't get everything right over here. I don't
See me
know.
asking for your sympathy, boy?
Place of
You're
employment.
down on your luck, Eli.
I had worse.
I think this is doubt. The next one is true, and then we'll use
But
intuition.
you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine. You can't miss the place. Big yellow letters, HM out front.
They give you any workwear, Eli?
Sure. Green coverall. Dang thing was hot. Felt like I was back in the pen wearing it.
You ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
Farm boy like you, Eli, must prefer McGay for roping. Am I right?
I prefer braid.
All right, so I think the third one is doubt. Pretty sure.
You killed Mrs. Muller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
Pretty sure it's doubt, but I'm gonna use intuition here. Ask the community. Yeah, doubt.
You have no job and nowhere to live by the smell of things, and you need money. You've been in trouble before, Eli. Who do you think a jury will believe?
I've been in trouble for other things, but I ain't never killed no one. I saw that car coming to the parking lot late last night. Man got changed there and then put his coveralls in the trunk. I saw him drop the butterfly in the lamplight.
I actually believe him.
Out, cool as you like. And I went over and I picked it up.
Dude, I don't want to charge any of them.
You're as good as done, Mr. Rooney. All it will take now is some paperwork.
I don't want to charge either of these people. I don't think either of them did it.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Oh my god, what do I do? I actually don't think either of them is good for the murder. Oh no. I need to go talk to my station commander. Like, dude, I don't think either of them did it.
He's only a writer. He can't really help me.
I'm telling you, it'll never.
Oh, I don't know where my commander is. Yo, I don't think either of them did it. I mean, I would probably pin it more on the husband than anything, but... Oh, I have to charge one of them. Okay, so... No, there's no more clues. There are no more clues. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This is the golden butterfly, whatever. Oh, boy. Okay, so... We have a violent husband with a size 8 shoe that had blood on it. He claims that he stomped out a rabbit, but I mean I don't know anything about that. He's hit his wife before. HM, but the other guy has green overalls and his company is HM. And he likes rope. Have I gone to the morgue? Yes.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah, we did the morgue. I've gone everywhere. I've gone everywhere.
I'm praying the prince come through so I can nail this song.
Oh boy. Don't know who to charge.
I need a drink. I got the jitters again.
That's the cop from the newspapers.
Okay.
Going to church doesn't make you a Christian.
I lean towards the husband. Boy, this is difficult. I could lean towards the husband, but the creepy guy says he saw someone change his clothes, so that could be the husband that did that.
Mister, a man like you always loses a battle of wits. Because you're unarmed.
You're a real asshole. You know that?
This sucks, man. Like, I don't think either of them did it.
What now?
What do you...
For my money, Hugo Muller's our #1 suspect. The evidence is solid. I think it's time we hit him with it.
You think?
This guy's got a screw loose.
I mean, Rusty seems to think that it's this guy. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is tough.
Any ideas?
For my money, Hugo Muller's our #1 suspect. The evidence is solid. I think it's time we hit him with it.
All right, I'm gonna hit the husband with it. If we're wrong, we're wrong. If we piss off the detective,
I'm not saying another thing until I've seen
we piss off the detective.
Now, off me at the grand jury.
But I feel like we have more on this guy than we do on the other guy. And I'm hoping the only reason why the last time we tried that our guy was really pissed off was because we got that one question wrong. But I think I'm going to charge this guy and just live with the consequences no matter what. So, that being said, here we go.
Hugo Muller, I'm charging you with the murder of your wife. You'll be arraigned and taken before a grand jury. Book him, Rusty.
With pleasure.
It's the other dude? Well, damn. That doesn't make any sense. Both of them seem... Okay, so I view this game a little bit more negatively. It's a good game, but this case in particular is not good.
I stood in front of a troop of reporters
because it could have been easily either of them.
Promises of swift and fearful retribution, and you bring me an armful of vagary and happenstance. You made the department look bad, lad. Do it again, and your career as a policeman will come to an abrupt and ignominious end. You two are back on the streets. Find street criminals, roust them, beat them, and restore some fervor to your police work.
Although, it did say. Now I just kind of want to see what happens. It's like I saw the little thing in the bottom right that said saving, so I think that we can get away with resuming here. I hope so. I actually, yeah. God, I don't want to piss off my boss. My boss is what'll make or break my career. We may have to redo this all over. God dang it! Why does it say saving in the bottom right corner if it doesn't actually save? That makes no sense.
We bust in there and find the goddamn.
We'll get through this real quick.
I'm not saying another thing until I've seen an attorney.
Oh, it did save it. Look at that. It did save it. It just started us outside of the police department, so we don't have to redo any of this. All right, cool.
Hey, I gave his wife a tap. I said all fair in love and war.
Okay, interview 1. All right, I'm charging this dude.
Eli Rooney, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Deirdre Muller.
You want to put me back in the stir that badly, boy? You go ahead and try. I'll beat that rat. I ain't a killer.
This case doesn't make sense. Why would you choose this guy? I mean, this guy's a pervert, don't get me wrong, but both people have means, motive, and opportunity. Like, there's no logical reason to choose one over the other, in my mind. I'm not sure I really understand this case.
Galloway, congratulations are at hand. Drink, boys? I think you'll receive a commendation for this one, gentlemen. In the meantime, I'll speak to the DA about expediting the passage of the case.
Yeah, I would do
we
both.
Need swift and merciless justice for poor Deirdre.
It doesn't make sense why you would choose one or the other. I have no idea. Makes no sense. I mean, if anybody knows why you would choose one or the, but I don't know. It doesn't make much sense. Oh well. Moving on. I actually don't believe either of them killed her, by the way. I think we're gonna find a serial killer.
Belt, we captured 2 regular army. Lieutenant! Belt, we've been over this. That sniper barely missed you back on the beach. Until the mission is over, there'll be no more saluting or signs of rank.
I'm in charge here, Medier!
Do you wish to interrogate the prisoners?
No, they're beat. Why they look so sullen? They're wondering why we haven't killed them yet. There's no greater shame than being taken prisoner.
Get this, Golden Boy actually seems to know what he's doing.
Damn!
See that, boys? He slapped that Jap right upside the head.
It was merely to remind him of his place. His shame was the tone of voice that he used with a superior. I respect the Japanese, Corporal.
Respect, we're here to kill the sons of bitches.
Do you know why we are fighting the Japanese, Private?
With respect, sir, these bastards attacked Pearl Harbor.
And why did they attack Pearl, Private?
Because they hate the US of A and our way of life.
They attacked the US because we cut off their oil. What would we do if another country denied us the gas to run our cars?
Dude, you know what's crazy? Our education system that's the first I've ever heard of that. Holy shit. All we hear is those evil bastards, you know, like it's kind of crazy our education system and how slanted it is.